I'm coming on here and utilizing what little daylight I have left to film this video, and this is going to be the end of my involvement in this Amy situation. I got the answers I wanted from her. I am talking to her currently, not right at the second, obviously, but she and I are talking and trying to get this whole thing resolved, and that's it. That's all I wanted, was for her to admit to what had happened, be honest, and tell people the truth. And I think, you know, this last video she posted, it was a good step in that direction. So that will just make that the first thing I say. I did watch the honest truth video that she had just uploaded today. And I want to say first and foremost, Amy, I thank you so much for coming out and at least addressing the issue, showing those of us who did donate that you're no longer going to be ignoring us, because I feel like that was the main issue that was making this entire situation that much worse, was the fact that we felt ignored by you. And I understand that, you know, when things like this happen, when you're constantly being bombarded by questions about the same thing, I can understand how annoying and how just mind-numbing it must be to hear the same questions or read the same questions over and over again. But had this been addressed earlier on, I can almost guarantee you that none of this would have happened. I know damn well my video would have never even been a thought if it had been addressed earlier. However, it is what it is. I am finally happy that you are finally taking the initiative to address it and make sure that, you know, those of us who did help you are getting the answers that we've been looking for this entire time. I'm not going to sit here and basically recite any of her video. I want her words to be her words and my words to be my words. If you want to see what she said, go watch her video. And I know a lot of people, you're going to see in the comment section of her videos, a lot of bullying. And that's one thing I wanted to address in this video. A lot of people were saying in my video that I was basically singling out Amy because she was an easy target, that I was picking on her, I was bullying her, when in fact that was not even close to what my intentions were in making that video. And I thank God that a lot of you, the majority of you who watched the video, who commented, did see that that was not my intentions at all. You saw it for what it was at face value. It was me just trying to get answers from somebody who has ignored us for the longest time, and we just want to know what happened to the money. And like I said, I thank God that a lot of you saw it for what it was, but there were a couple of people who really looked too much into it and saw it in a very negative way, when in fact that was not at all what I was trying to, you know, do with that video. I'm not somebody who condones bullying, and as a matter of fact, whether anyone wants to acknowledge it or not, I have come to Amy's defense many times. She has, in our latest conversations, even acknowledged the fact that she knows I've always been there for her, defending her against her bullies. I even have a video, like way back in my older videos, where I was calling out her bullies for being bullies to her, and came to her defense, to her and Tammy's defense before. So I have never been somebody who ever went out of my way to go bully somebody. That's not how I do things. And I've made it very clear in a couple of my videos from the past few months that bullying is not okay to me. Like, I am somebody who will defend somebody who is being bullied. That's how I am. So it really hurt my feelings to see so many people thinking that I was bullying Amy, when in fact that was so far from what I was trying to do with that video. But I mean, if that was bullying to you, then you clearly have no idea what real bullying is. And if you want a good idea of what it is, go check out Amy's channel, because you'll see plenty of it there. With all that being said, whether or not you want to believe what she said in her video, that is up to you to decide for yourself. I'm not going to sit here and try to persuade you to feel a certain way about her or what she said. Her truth is her truth, my truth is my truth, your truth is your truth, and that's that. We all have our own truths that we need to be sure to put out into the world. And honestly, what I've gained from all this is that, you know, honesty truly is the best policy, because if you think back to it, basically what this all stemmed from was that whether it be because she was kind of embarrassed of the situation she was in at the time, or whatever the reason may be, she was dishonest in her campaigns. And that was one of the main issues I had with her at first, was the dishonesty. See, this could be taken in the wrong way too, but it is what it is. I just wish that, I feel like this whole thing would have been avoided had she made a campaign being 1000% honest. Hey guys, I need help with bills, we're falling behind. If you can spare some change, if you can spare a couple dollars, that would be amazing. If that were the campaign that were originally posted, there would be no problems. There would be no issues. There would be no, scams going around. You know what I mean? Like, the whole thing revolves around honesty and being upfront. There is nothing wrong with asking for help, and I want to also address that. A lot of people were saying that I'm bashing somebody for asking for help. That is not at all what I was saying in that video. There is absolutely nothing wrong with asking for help when you need it, but you need to be honest about what you need help with. If I needed, a loaf of bread to get me through the week, and I had absolutely no possible way of getting that loaf of bread, I know I have quite a few friends who I can go to and be like, hey guys, like, can someone just cough up a couple bucks and help me out for this week? I can pay you back when I get the money. And they would. Honesty is always going to help you in the end. And this is one of those situations where I definitely believe that if she had been honest at first with what she needed help with, I guarantee you, with all the subscribers she has who are very generous, who have proved they're generous, they would have happily helped her, myself included. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about, was the fact that a lot of people seem to be confused on my involvement in the situation. A lot of people were saying essentially, why is it your business? You didn't even donate. Shut the fuck up. Like, go somewhere. Like, that's essentially what they were saying. And I really can't be mad at them, because quite frankly, that's my fault, because I never said anything about it. But that's only because that's the kind of person I am. I'm not somebody who does good deeds just to go out on Facebook or Twitter or whatever social media platform you prefer. I don't do good deeds to go out and brag about it to people. To me, people who do those kind of things aren't doing those good deeds out of the kindness of their heart. They're doing it to get attention. Whether they want to admit it or not, that's on them. I know a lot of people who are on my Facebook right now who've done things like that in the past, and to me, it just looks insincere. I would much rather do a good deed and keep quiet about it, because then I know myself, I know I did a good deed, and the person I helped knows I did a good deed, and that's it. That's all it should really matter. You know what I mean? Like, so it's honestly my fault that there was so much confusion, and I kind of regret right now not saying anything in the beginning, but like I said, I'm not a brag person. I don't brag about things. I don't brag about anything. I'm a very humble person just because of the way I grew up and how I was raised. I've never been somebody who is so, like, flamboyant in my purchases. I'm somebody who is so, I don't know, quiet about things like that. You know what I mean? So it's my fault there was confusion on that matter, so I apologize to you guys right now for confusing people, and, making you guys think that I was literally just talking shit out of my ass. You know what I mean? Like, just being a nosy bitch. That was not the case whatsoever. In any case, Amy, I am proud that you finally, like I said, came out and at least addressed the issue, and I'm happy that you are trying to figure out ways to, send the people back their money, which I want to say one more thing, and I warned her about this as well. A lot of people have been commenting on her videos asking for their money back. I have recognized only maybe like 3 or 4 people as being actual people who donated the money. The rest of them are just trying to take advantage of the situation and get free money from Amy. And these people are also people who are calling Amy a, what do they call her, a scam artist, all this bullshit, when most of you didn't even donate shit, but you're trying to get free money from her, so hush. But she is taking action and trying to right her wrongs, and for that, I respect her even more, whether this gives me a bad image because I'm now trying to defend Amy, it is what it is. I'm giving you guys my honest opinion on what I now know as far as what happened. And I appreciate that she has been super cooperative with me. She's been very open, and we've been talking for the past few days, and I really do feel like she's coming from a sincere place where she really does want to right her wrongs, and I really feel like people should give her that opportunity to at least prove herself to you guys, because this lighting is terrible, but you know what? It's the last couple seconds of the video, so I don't really care. To round out the video, I want to discuss a couple of the comments that I saw in my video in the comments, and honestly just give them some attention, because quite frankly they had me rolling on the floor laughing because of how stupid they were. So I'm sure you guys will appreciate them as well if you have a good sense of humor like I do. So one person, I'm not sure what their name is anymore. I don't really care anyways, because quite frankly people who say things like this are completely irrelevant and don't matter to me at all. But this one person had commented on my video saying that because I'm not a fat person, but he said I'm a larger person, my opinions on Amy and the scams and what had happened and my statements about it were completely invalidated because I was larger. Which to me made no fucking sense, because that's basically like a cop telling, you know, the witness to a crime that their statements to the police were invalid because they had an extra finger on their left hand. Like, that makes no fucking sense, and had me fucking dying laughing. Like, how stupid does that fucking sound to anybody else? Maybe it's just me. My husband was laughing too, so clearly it's fucking stupid. But it makes no sense. So my fat does not invalidate my statements or make them any less true, but your obvious lack of any common sense or logic completely invalidated any comments you made on my posts and any future statements you plan to make on my posts too. So good luck with that. The other people who I was laughing at were the people who did believe that I had no involvement in this at all, were saying that, you know, it's none of my business, why is it your business, you're not involved in it, just be quiet. That makes no sense either, because if I see something going on that is wrong or that is bad, why wouldn't I say something? If you see a kid get kidnapped and the mom's not watching, do you just keep quiet because it's not your kid? No! That's ridiculous. You say something because it needs to be said. Lastly, there was one woman who really did not like me as a person, seemingly. She had all these nasty things to say about me. Did not like my choice of words as far as foul language goes. Didn't appreciate that I was very foul-mouthed. And tried telling me to remove the video from my channel immediately. I literally was like, if I could laugh in your face right now, I totally would. Because who are you to come on my channel and tell me, which she did tell me, she's like, you need to watch your mouth and delete this video. Excuse me, honey. This is my channel. This is my channel. These are my videos. I spend my time making my videos the way I want to make them, and I say what I want in them. If you want the kind of power that you're trying to impose on me, make your own fucking channel and delete the videos you want to delete, talk how you want to talk. I don't give a fuck. If you don't like me, if you don't like the way I talk, if you don't like anything about me or my content, get the fuck out. Get out. I don't need anybody here who doesn't want to be here, because all you're going to do is write stupid negative comments saying how, you know, I shouldn't be watching this, why am I watching this, you're so disgusting, you're so this and that. Then get the fuck out. There's millions of videos you could easily go find, search any one of them, find somebody better than me that you would like better. I would not give a fuck. I don't lose sleep over losing subscribers. I don't lose sleep over people not liking me, because quite frankly, I could give 5 fucks less about what people think about me. You know what I mean? So to me, it really just, like, these people, these last couple people I described to you guys, they had me rolling with the stupid shit they were saying. But I do want to give special recognition to that first person who said that my fat invalidated my statements and my opinions because it's fat. Like, the only thing you succeeded in doing, which I don't know what your aim was when you said that, I don't know what you were trying to do or attempting to do, whether it be hurting my feelings or whatever, what have you, I promise it didn't hurt my feelings. The only thing you succeeded in doing was making yourself look like a complete dumb shit. Like, congratulations. Yeah, If I could ask you guys one thing to do for me, it would be to give Amy a chance and allow her to at least try to prove herself to us. At least let her get the opportunity to prove that she did do what she said she did, which was put the money towards bills. While it's not any better because she did use it for something other than what it was supposed to be used for, she obviously did need it for something that was serious, and she tried to help her family, which is why I feel good about what she had told me. I feel like my money went to something that at least helped her put her life in a positive route, if you will. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. I love you.